Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be benchmarking Dirt 5 on PC, running with my overclocked MSI Vanguard RTX 5090 graphics card, and Ryzen 9 9950 X3D CPU. So currently you're running a render resolution of 3040 by 2160 on my 4K 144Hz display, running ultra high preset, with ray trace vehicle shadows enabled, very wet shading is off, and HDR is also enabled when you're at 2 or 3 days for the process on YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and do a career race here, and we're gonna do Brazil, which has some rain. And we'll test 4K native, 1440p, and 1080p native resolutions, and we'll see how everything runs in place. Go ahead and reset the MSI Afterburner. Enjoy the race, guys. Now this is an older title. I believe it came out around 2020 if I remember correctly. And even though it's an older title, I think it still looks really good. And some of the mud physics, rain effects, and overall terrain detail and lighting effects just look really good even though it's an older title. I always like to come back to this and retest it. I believe the FPS is capped at around 240 FPS. There may be a few times where the GPU can't be fully utilized. Unfortunately, because the 59 is just so powerful that it is going to render higher than the frames per second that it's capped at. Either way, we'll still benchmark it, see how it runs in place. One thing that I also really like is the cockpit view here is really realistic with the physics. The way the driver gets bounced around here, the camera, the swaying with the vehicle suspension, it's just really detailed and cool. I do like that aspect as well. Looks like 4K native, average 199 FPS, 1% low setting at 151, max FPS is 236. Alright, let's lower down to 1440p here. Reset the afterburner. Yeah, look at those lighting effects. They're so cool. Even at 1440p, it still looks pretty good. So now we're hitting 310 FPS max, so maybe the frame per second isn't capped. Alright, low resolutions, I'm not really sure. It looked like 4K was kind of capped up there. Not really sure, honestly. .1440p, averaging 275 FPS, 1% low setting at 230. And max FPS of 310. Alright, let's lower down to 1080p here. Reset the afterburner. And I think at these lower resolutions it's probably bottlenecking because we're only using 81% GPU utilization here, so. And like I said, because it's an older title, it's not really designed to run on these higher end, more powerful graphics cards. Look at all the mud getting kicked on the vehicle though, really detailed. Love it. Even the rain effects on the windshield are pretty cool too. And again, the physics of the driver getting bounced around, it's really cool. Feels like you're on a wild ride here. Really nice. So 1080p native averaging 290 FPS, 1% low at 36. Max FPS at 325. Let's go back to 4K native here. Yeah, pretty cool. That was kind of a short race, so we'll do one more race here in the career mode. I zoomed through those. I will just see 4K native for this race, since we saw how it runs at different resolutions. I'll reset the afterburner. Different look of vehicle too. Pretty monstrous sounding vehicle though. Feels like it's rear-wheel drive too. Oh shit. Yeah, this is definitely rear-wheel drive. Rear engine rear-wheel drive. So it's a little bit tail happy. I also want to note, I did try 8K earlier, but for some reason it wasn't running because it was still running at 200 FPS. So for some reason 8K doesn't really render. Not really exactly sure why. I do want to add that notation. Pretty hardcore track though. Really cool. Getting the hang of it a little bit better now though. It looks like 4K native, we averaged 190 FPS, 1% low state at 164, and a max FPS is 213. I think that gives you a good look at Dirt 5 on PC. My RTX 5090 graphics card. If you did enjoy the video, do give this video a like. Want to see more content like this, more RTX 5090 benchmarks? Feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys for another video presentation soon enough. But again, that brings you Dirt 5 on PC. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.